High School Challenge is made possible on WFUM in part by grants from Citizens Bank, the Genesee Intermediate School District, and Kessel Food Markets. We're with you. And by the contributing members of WFUM. WFUM presents High School Challenge, the varsity sport of the mind. Now here's your host, Jim Gaver.
They will take on the team from North Branch High School, and there we have Jacob Allen. Jacob's a senior, National Merit semifinalist, enjoys computer programming, undecided on a college, but will go into computer engineering. Ryan Arthold is captain of the North Branch team. Ryan's a senior, enjoys cross-country track, chess, line soccer, tennis, and is also a member of the National Honor Society. He's looking at Duke or the University of Michigan to study engineering. Grant Anderson is a senior. Activities include senior class president and student council president. Plans on attending the Marine Corps and eventually be an officer in the Marines. And Bob Peplinski is a sophomore in North Branch. Bob enjoys playing golf, chess, tennis, and table tennis. Unsure about college right now and still looking at possible career tracks. Those are the members of the team from North Branch High School. The team is coached by Gordon Winther, Clint Hoagland, Kara Kohler, and Walter Pulowski are alternates. Bill Deacon is our judge for Kurt Hoagland is a junior at North Branch. His activities include National Honor Society. He's also interested in music, will attend Western Michigan and major in music. And rounding out, coached by Gordon Winther. Alternates include Kara Kohler, Walter Pulowski, Rasmus Jarlov, and Mark Carell.
Right answers.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
It's a test of knowledge and skill.
Like the 33rd President of the United States, and they'll tell something about him. Usually you should be able to ring in when he says the 33rd President.
You just have to time it right and ring in just when you think they're going to say the right word.
Quick with the answers, but even faster hitting the buzzer. These students from North Branch High School in Lapeer County are the state's Quiz Bowl Class B champions. It's a sport that tests their knowledge about anything and everything. Chicago was the most recent stop on the Quiz Bowl circuit. They placed 16th out of 62 teams. They do it because they love it. The recognition factor is very low.
In high school, people don't even know you're in Quiz Bowl because it's like a pretty low profile thing. It's all after school.
Some students specialize in a subject, such as literature, geography, or history.
Sometimes I'll go study for weeks, every day for a week, and then I just won't study for a month.
One student offered a unique perspective. He's an exchange student from Denmark.
I had some basic knowledge from Europe, and I could contribute with that.
The team's lone female points out the difference between how the sexes handle stress.
They just don't seem to, they don't feel the pressure. I don't know if they do or not. They don't express it, but I'm always back there biting my nails or, fidgeting.
Most feel the skills they've learned from Quiz Bowl will take them far.
It's improved my memory quite a bit. And it's also, I guess, improved teamwork. As in the Marines or anything in life, everything's, teamwork.
The township limits boast the achievements of the North Branch Quiz Bowl team. The irony in that is these students have no limits. In North Branch, Anna Durangelo, News Channel 12.
Not everyone on the varsity team is in the nation's capital tonight. Rasmus, the exchange student, is back in his native Denmark, and Grant, the military buff, is in San Diego beginning his training as a Marine. Quite impressive.
That's right, and by the way, who is the 33rd President of the United States?
Oh, you know that, JR.
Not a clue. Not a clue.
We wish them all the luck, but I'm sure they won't need it because they sound prepared. And that'll do it for us. Hard copy is next, and we'll see you back here at 6 o'clock.
CBS laughs all the way to the bank. Really big shoe, and it's time for L.A. to nip New York stuff in the Larry Bud. Were newspaper headlines reporting his move from Grant, North Branch.
David Letterman?
That's correct. Your choices are A Quiet Start, Let's Play Doctor, or Dear John.
With John? Maybe people with names with John. Yeah, maybe hard. There's a lot of people with John. Well, it's not like going to be like people who've never had a quiet start. Probably has first letter. First letter is probably silent.
And I'll need a choice.
What do you think? Quiet start.
Okay, some words start quietly, very quietly. In fact, you don't pronounce the first letter at all. For 10 points, identify these people, places, and things whose name all begin with a silent letter. Here we go. We begin with number 1. Alexander I, Nicholas II, and Ivan IV.
Tsar.
That's correct. Food poisoning caused by bacteria or bacterial toxins.
Pass.
Book of the Old Testament said to have been written by King David.
Psalms.
Correct. Branch of psychology created by Sigmund Freud.
Psychoanalyst.
That's correct. City in Tennessee, home of the University of Tennessee.
Knoxville.
Correct. Large African antelope, also known as the wildebeest.
New.
Correct. His most famous overture was written in 1880, not 1812.
Tchaikovsky.
Correct. This part of the arm connects the radius and ulna to the carpals and metacarpals.
Wrist.
Correct. 3,600 seconds.
Hour.
Correct. A formula or a rhyme or abbreviation used to help memorization.
Mnemonic device.
That's correct. And that's 9 out of 10.
Greetings and welcome to the 10th Annual District High School Quiz Bowl held here at St. Clair County Community College, sponsored by State Senator Dan DeGrow. Quiz Bowl is a fast-paced mental competition where both teams are given a toss-up question to consider. The first player to buzz in attempts to answer. If that answer is correct, then that team is then given a bonus question, which they may discuss before the captain answers for the team. If the first player's answer is incorrect, the opposing team then has a chance to respond. Competition consists of 2 rounds of play, with the winner determined by the highest points scored at the end of competition. I'm Ken Kraft, the moderator for today's competition, and I'm the German teacher at Port Huron High School. Our judge is Chuck Meeker, teacher counselor for the Port Huron Area School District, and our scorekeeper is Sheila Myron from the State Department of Education. Our teams today have come through several elimination rounds, and they are now ready to face one another. They are North Branch and Port Huron Northern High. I'd like to give them a moment now to introduce themselves to the television audience. We'll start with North Branch High, please, and we'll start from the far side.
I'm Grant Anderson. I'm a junior at North Branch High School.
Ryan Arnold. I'm a junior.
Ed Kohler. I'm a senior. Jacob Allen. I'm a junior.
And now Port Huron Northern.
Michael Campbell. I'm a senior.
Charlie Lewis, junior.
Scott Palladino, junior.
Andy Irwin, senior.
Okay. We have tested the equipment before we went on the air, and I think we're ready to begin. Are there any other questions that you'd like to ask before we start? If not, let's begin play. Toss-up for both teams. This passage refers to what? On June 23, 1952, UN air attacks destroyed major hydroelectric installations at the Yalu. Yes?
Strategic bombing in North Korea.
Judge, will you accept that? No. Okay, no, I'm sorry. Time. The question refers to what war and is the Korean War. Toss up for both teams. What intransitive verb that rhymes with stye, S-T-Y-E, means to go quickly? Yes?
Fly.
No, I'm sorry. Yes?
High.
That is correct. H-I-E. Bonus for the green team. To what element was Francis Bacon referring in this quote? It hath these natures, greatness of weight, closeness of parts, fixation, pliantness, immunity from rust, tincture of yellow.
Gold. Yeah. Gold?
Gold is correct. Toss up for both teams. What system developed by Carl Linnaeus enabled... Yes?
System of classification of animals and plants?
I think so. He said system of classification of animals and plants. Yes, I'll accept that. The binomial nomenclature? Is that... Yes? Okay. Bonus for the for the blue team. Complex fraction. Simplify this fraction. 2/3 over 1/5.
10/3. 3 and 1/3.
Yes, that is correct. Toss up for both teams. This passage describes what orchestral composition by Dvorak? A wanderer reaches the city at nightfall where a carnival of pleasure reigns supreme. Yes?
New World Symphony.
No, I'm sorry? Time. The answer is Carnival. Toss up for both teams. To whom was Stephen Douglas referring in this quote? He is the strong man of the party. Yes?
Lincoln.
That is correct. Bonus for the blue team. A slightly portly extinct creature with a 14-inch beak waddled along for 16 furlongs. How many miles had he waddled?
Furlongs or furlongs?
Furlongs, I'm sorry. Furlongs.
It's 2 miles.
2 miles.
2 miles is correct.
In 1961, there were about 2,000 U.S. troops in Vietnam. How many were there by 1968? Would it be 250,000, 500,000, or 1 million?
500,000. 500,000.
500,000 is the correct answer. Woodrow Wilson. Who was this folk singer who wrote Dust Bowl ballads? Noel Powers.
Woody Guthrie.
That's incorrect. Who is this, who wrote Dust Bowl ballads and This Land Is Your Land? Ryan, North Branch.
Woody Guthrie.
Guthrie, not Gunthy. Okay, North Branch, your extra credit. This 7-letter word is the shortest word in the English language that contains all 5 vowels. It's also the name of the tallest tree in the world, sometimes called a redwood. What's the name?
Sequoia. Sequoia.
Sequoia is correct, and that will end our season. And an outstanding season, 36 teams began competition. Our congratulations to all of them, but especially to these terrific 2 semifinal teams, Powers High School and North Branch High School. And now I would like to ask Bill Deacon from Genesee Intermediate School District to come forward. Bill, thank you for a fine job this season, a good season.
Enjoyed it. Very, very great opportunity to see some wonderful competition from some great students. It was enjoyable.
And again, thanks to GISD, Barb Powers, and David Albert from Citizens Bank for their work and their efforts in providing corporate underwriting for the season. And now Gary Marsa, coach of the Powers team, I would like to come forward. And Bill, if you would do the honors of presenting Gary with the semifinalist trophy.
Congratulations, Gary.
Thank you very much.
Great team.
Gary, congratulations, good team.
Thank you, Jim.
And next, I talked about the fact that our underwriters have been with us as long as the show. This is the 12th season of what we have called High School Challenge. I should point out that this marks another kind of record indeed. The North Branch High School team has made it to at least the quarterfinals in the past 7 consecutive years of High School Challenge. And I would like to ask Gordon Winther, their coach, to come up for the culmination of that with this year's championship award. Congratulations. Okay. Gordon, congratulations.
Thank you.
Good season.
I want to congratulate Powers. They had a real nice season this year.
Okay, terrific. And thank all of you out there for being with us for High School Challenge all season long. Next year, even though it is number 13, we're going to give it a shot anyway. Thanks for you being with the North Branch team is Adam Granke. Adam is a junior, plays golf, enjoys reading. He's a member of the Philosophy Club and Chess Club, enjoys writing and computer programming. He will be attending Michigan State as well, where he will study computer science or engineering. Those are our players from North Branch High School. They are coached by Gordon Winther, and alternates with the team today include Joel C., Greg Gonzalez, Josh Meyer, Mike Snee, Jim Schleicher, John Stalker, and Wes Kempa. So we welcome all of you from both of our schools. Toss-up teams. The first was fought from 264 to 241 BC. The second was fought from 218 to 201 BC. Rass, North Branch.
Punion Wars.
That's correct. This is your extra credit, North Branch. Felix Mendelssohn composed the well-known Wedding March, whose piano sonata in B-flat minor contains the well-known Funeral March.
Chopin. Haydn.
It's incorrect. I think I heard somebody say it. Frédéric Chopin is the answer. And quarterfinalists this season. So let's meet our players right away, shall we? First, from North Branch High School, we have Jim Schleicher. Jim is a junior, plays in the band, is a member of National Honor Society and Drama Club, as well as Chess Club. Plays golf, pong, and field hockey. He has his academic letter, member of the Honor Roll. He hopes to attend MSU or Stanford and go into law. Adam Granke is next. Adam enjoys reading, playing with computers, golf, art club, acting. He has a 4-point GPA. He's a member of the National Honor Society and a 1996 Summer Institute participant. He's looking at Michigan State or Oakland University for computer engineering. The captain of the North Branch team is Bob Peplinski. Bob is a senior, plays golf, he's in the band, jazz band, plays table tennis, ice hockey, roller hockey, and he's also part of the blues band. He's a winner of the Ray Kroc Award. He's looking at U of M, Michigan State, or Bowling Green to study music. Chris Pratt rounds out the North Branch team. Chris plays in the band, member of Philosophy Club. He enjoys writing, poetry, and blues band. He's a National Merit semifinalist and a Pats Award winner. Michigan State University is his choice, majoring in English and minoring in philosophy. Those are our players from North Branch. The team is coached by Gordon Winther. Alternates today include Garrett Woody, John Simmons, Wes Kempa, Greg Gonzalez, and Josh Meyer. Taking them Branch High School. First, we have Jacob Allen. Jacob is a junior, enjoys model railroading, computer programming, and gardening. Undecided on a school right now, but hopes to go into computer engineering. Ed Kohler is the captain of the North Branch team. Ed is a senior, a National Merit semifinalist. He's involved with Science Olympiad, is also on the National Honor Society, is looking at Caltech, MIT, or Michigan Tech to study engineering. Ryan Arnhold is a junior, is a congressional scholar, runs cross country, plays sax, tennis, and enjoys line soccer. Undecided on a school right now, but is thinking about Bowling Green. I think he put that down there for a special reason, but I won't go into that. Law and engineering are his special interests. Graham Arnhold is a senior at North Branch, a member of the Science Club, runs cross country, is a member of the Art Club, enjoys working with computers and reading and writing, will attend Michigan State and study computer programming. Coach of the North Branch team is Gordon Winther. George Anderson, Bob Peplinski, and Owen Granke are the alternates for North Branch. We welcome you all. Good luck, and here we go. Each screen is 525 lines long and lasts about 1/30 of a second. Some of your friends may be watching it right now, so don't disappoint them. What piece of technology am I? Jacob, North Branch.
Television.
Television is correct. Jesse Brown is only the second person to hold this cabinet position. Edward Derwinski was the first. What is this newest cabinet? Jacob, North Branch.
The drug department.
That's incorrect. I'll repeat. Jesse Brown is only the second person to hold this cabinet position. Edward Derwinski was the first. What is this newest cabinet position? Time's up. Veterans Affairs is the answer. Prince Philip is the husband of Queen Elizabeth II. Who was the husband of Queen Elizabeth I? Time's up. Nobody. Gotcha. Between the head and the abdomen, human beings have a chest. Jacob, North Branch.
Thorax.
Thorax is what I was looking for from an insect. According to the New Testament book of Matthew, even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these flowers. What flower is it? Graham, North Branch.
A lily.
A lily is correct. And now, North Branch, you may select between all caps and add AD it up.
With all caps.
All caps.
Okay, you've taken all caps. Doing well in this quiz will be a feather in your cap and may well capture the lead in this game because all of the answers begin with CAP, C-A-P. We're going to identify these 10 things. Here we go. We begin with number 1, the economic system based on private
Capitalism.
ownership. Correct. The goat in the zodiac.
Capricorn.
That's correct. COD, Fear, and Good Hope.
Cape.
Correct. The NBA team from Washington, D.C.
Capitals?
Capitals.
Correct. Hop, frolic, skip, leap, or frisk about.
Caper.
Correct. The top of a column or center of government.
Capital.
Correct. A gelatin pellet that holds a dose of medicine.
Capsule.
Correct. One of the 7 hills of ancient Rome.
Capitoline.
Capitoline.
Correct. A short description under a photograph.
Caption.
Correct. Yield, accept, or surrender.
Captured.
That's incorrect. 9 out of 10, correct?
Yield, surrender.
kind of fluid to make it run right. For 5 points, what part of your body contains a watery fluid called aqueous humor between the cornea and the lens?
The eye.
That's correct. For 10 points, what is the straw-colored fluid in which blood cells are suspended?
Plasma.
That's correct. And for the full 30, what is the thick fluid that surrounds and lubricates your joints?
Synovial. Synovial.
That's correct for all 30 points. In 1986, the population of the Earth reached this very Noel Powers.
5 billion.
5 billion is correct. Your extra credit, Powers. It is the highest temperature at which a substance can exhibit liquid-vapor equilibrium. Above this temperature, liquid cannot be condensed from the vapor at any pressure. What is it called?
Vaporization point? Yeah. Vaporization point?
Incorrect. Critical temperature is the answer. Here's another toss-up, teams. None of his novels were published during his lifetime. 2 were never finished. In fact, he ordered a friend to burn them at his death. Instead, his friend published America, The Castle, and the only complete novel, The Trial. Bob, North Branch.
Kafka?
Kafka is correct. North Branch, your extra credit, sometimes called the royal herb. It shares its name with 2 Byzantine emperors, a Grand Duke of Moscow, and a saint whose cathedral in Moscow is world famous. What herb is it?
No clue.
That's the buzzer. That's going to bring an end to the game. The correct answer there was basil. And in an absolutely outstanding game, North Branch squeaks by Powers 310 to 290. Congratulations, both of you, to games well played. North Branch, we'll see you back. Powers best. Your next toss-up, teams. Music is full of Italian terms, but the language of ballet is largely taken from another language. Catherine Owasso.
French.
French is correct. Owasso, your extra credit. This emperor helped bring about the death of Tiberius and was finally murdered by supporters of Claudius. Who ruled Rome between 37 and 41 A.D.? Time's up. It's Caligula. That's the answer. Here's another toss-up, teams. Larger than a skunk and smaller than a wolverine, it is a ferocious carnivore with short, thick legs and long claws in its forefeet. Chris, North Branch.
Badger?
Badger is correct. North Branch, your extra credit. In the 15th and 16th century, its ships made it one of the richest countries in Western Europe. Now it's the poorest. What is this country on the Iberian Peninsula?
Yeah, Portugal.
Portugal.
Portugal is correct. There is the bell, and the score behind me, if correct, in an incredibly well-played game. North Branch has come out on top and will again move on to our Final Four. Owasso, a tough one to lose, but in retrospect, a terrific season for you. We congratulate both of our teams, and rounding out the North Branch team is John Stalker. John is a junior, member of the Philosophy Club Chess Club. He is on the honor roll, has his academic letter, plans to attend Michigan Tech and become an electrical or mechanical engineer. Those are our players for North Branch. The team is coached by Gordon Winther. Alternates today are Richard Barker, Damian Terrons, Kedron Thomas, Bridget Bond, and Chris Matichuk. High School Challenge is judged each week by Barb Powers from the Next is Gregory Gonzalez. Greg is a senior at North Branch, a member of the Philosophy Club, plays soccer. He's active with Spanish Club, ice hockey. He enjoys sledding. He has been accepted to the pre-law program at Michigan State. Rounding out the North Branch team is Jim Schleicher. Jim is a junior, member of the band, National Honor Society, Drama Club, and Chess Club. Plays golf, pong, and hockey, has academic letter, member of the honor roll, will be attending Michigan State as well, and he will major in biochemistry. Those are our players from North Branch High School. The team is coached by Gordon Winther. Alternates today are Matt Higgins, John Stalker, Josh Meyer, and Adam Grenke. As always, North Branch, your extra credit. In 1873, he was sentenced to 12 years in prison on charges of grand larceny and forgery. He was released after a year and was immediately arrested on a civil charge. He fled the country but was returned to New York and died in jail in 1878. Who was this political boss of Tammany Hall?
Boss Tweed.
Boss Tweed is the correct answer. You heard our buzzer behind us. Our game and our season has come to a conclusion, and North Branch repeats as champions. Congratulations to you on a fine defense of your championship. And Goodrich, it's been a long time since a Goodrich team has progressed this far in high school challenge. You should all be very proud of yourselves. And of course, I should remind you, this is a team full of juniors. So we could expect around this time next year to see Goodrich back. We wish you the best of luck in additional competitions in this year and throughout the season. Right now, I would, first of all, we'd like to say hello to Barb Ravis, who's the coach of the Goodrich team, who is home recuperating from an illness. But representing her is Eric Larson, and I'm proud to add that Eric is also a graduate of the University of Michigan Flint. So I'm going to ask Eric to come up here, if you would please, Eric. Congratulations on a fine season.
Thank you.
Okay, and on behalf of all of us here at High School Challenge and our underwriters for High School Challenge and the University of Michigan Flint here, it's my pleasure to present you with this finalist trophy for High School Challenge to your team. Congratulations. And now I would like to ask, and this is getting to be old hat, as it were, Gordon Winther, coach of the North Branch team, to come up, please. Please, yes, you may come on. First of all, I'd like to say that part of what Genesee Intermediate School District does for the champions of High School Challenge each year is qualifies them and pays their expenses for a trip on Memorial Day weekend to Chicago, Illinois, actually to Lake Forest, Illinois, to Lake Forest campus for the ASCN National High School Challenge Championships. And I'm proud to say I'm a part of that group, and I'll be there moderating again this year and look forward to seeing you and the team there.
Thank you. We'll be there.
Okay, good enough, Gordon. And on behalf of WFUM, the University of Michigan Flint, and our underwriters, GISD, Citizens Bank, and Kessel Food Markets, it's my pleasure to present you once again with our 1996 championship trophy. Thank you. Thank you, Gordon.